You know, there's nothing that's going to ruin the holiday spirit than knowing you've got a court case coming up and you're not quite sure how you're going to do in it, especially if we're talking about Social Security disability. Well, one person you can have on your side is attorney Kenneth Hiller, and he is back. So good morning, Ken.
Good to be here.
Nice to have you here. And we're going to be talking about what are the key factors in winning a Social Security disability case. Ooh.
Well, the number one thing is to have doctor statements. I always tell my clients I can be Perry Mason in the courtroom, but if you don't have a doctor who supports your case, it's very difficult, not impossible. And so what we do if we represent a client is we work with our client's doctors to try to get statements from the doctors. And it's very important what the statements say. A lot of people say, well, my doctor says I'm disabled, but Social Security has rules that say that's not enough. That a doctor can't just say they're disabled, they have to say why they're disabled. For instance, they can't lift anything, or they can't sit very long, or if it's a mental health problem that they can't concentrate enough for work.
I see. So sometimes then what the person will have to do is make sure all of that paperwork is done well in advance, so you can get all of that moving. Because as we've been talking all along about Social Security disability, if you try to go in and do this alone, you may have a great case thinking, I don't even need an attorney. Bad things could happen.
Well, they also, Social Security enacted this rule called the 5-day rule. And it says that you have to have all evidence in 5 days before the hearing. So if you go into the hearing with a handful of records and say, here, Judge, this supports my case, the judge can say, you're late. I'm not going to consider it.
See, how would you even know?
You're right.
It's kind of, I don't want to say it's kind of up against you. I mean, it's like the odds are against you for doing well. But, I mean, obviously, if, again, and we've talked about this on the show, if you go in alone, even if you think you have a Social Security disability case that is just, you don't even need any help, the way things are kind of stacked, it's not going to go well for you if you don't have an attorney with you who is a specialist in this.
Right.
You're going to waste a lot of time because you're going to get dismissed and you got to bring it back. And in the meantime, you're not getting any funds to help you live your life. Right.
And dismissed, I mean, it's not that you can just always bring it back. Sometimes when you lose your case, that's the end of the road.
Yeah.
So you want to win it when you can, when you have the opportunity.
Right. So, Ken, when should someone call you?
At the earliest now.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I always tell our clients to call before you even apply, because we prepare the application forms. I mean, those forms have like innocuous questions they may think are not important, but they are. And I've seen clients lose their cases by putting things on their forms they didn't think were important, but the judge used against them.
Oh, that's awful. You know, and you just hate to see that happen to someone who is deserving. Right. You know, you legitimately got injured somehow. You deserve these benefits. You've paid into them, and then to be denied them because of paperwork or the way the system moves that you're not aware of. That's just it's just a shame.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't realize what environment you're walking into when you walk into a hearing. There are some judges who are very fair, some very good judges. There are some judges who are unbelievable. I mean, there's a judge down in Texas who approves 3% of cases.
Oh, boy.
I mean, can you imagine if you walked into a hearing with that judge? I mean, fortunately, we're not in Texas.
Right.
But there are some hard judges up here, too.
Yeah.
And you have to be, I always, like, if I have certain judges, I know it's World War III, that we're going to have to fight for everything in that case.
And the thing is, you don't know who you have walking in by yourself, but Ken will. So, by all means, Social Security disability, your best bet is to get someone like Ken Hiller on your side, okay? Give his law office a call and do it today, or log on to kennethhiller.com.